over in the US right now, there's a bunch of scruffy Herberts, allegedly, that are going on strike with the coffee chain Starbucks because apparently, well, they've changed the uniform. I mean, for all of the chums out there, imagine what it was like when you had your first job. I got a soulless Bry nylon sort of grey, I don't know what you want to call it, overall. And I don't even think you had a badge. It was way too big for me and you had to put it on because that was part of the job if you wanted to be paid. You know what I'm saying? And I just sort of feel with all of these things now, it's kind of like, how on earth did the bosses suddenly become the person that's been told what to do? Starbucks, when you think about it, I mean, I don't go as many would imagine, way too expensive. But my thing would be, well, fire the lot. If this is your sort of remit, if this is what you want to do, then stick to it. By giving in, then you're saying, well, you're not the boss, are you? Now, here's where it gets interesting over here in the United Kingdom, because once again, another lunatic asylum case that is literally escalating, and all we want is simply better prices. Let me explain. Morning, chums, lovely to see you. Thank you so much for joining me today, and as ever, nice to have your company. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when you go shopping now, I mean, when I was younger, you just went in, and there's two things when you go shopping, isn't there? Let's be honest, you look at the price, and it can be anything from strawberries to butter, whatever. And if one's a little bit cheaper and you've never tried it before, you might try it, and if you like it, you'll go back. If not, you will pay the extra price, but you'll be a bit thinner. Do you know what I mean? On this sort of spread, or whatever, We all have to watch everything in this cost of living crisis. And it comes as a surprise when I see these companies, and I keep mentioning them time and time again, wrecking their own businesses. Over here, it's the Cooperative Society. Now, let me tell you, the Cooperative Society, the Co-op as it's known, is one of the most expensive chains to go shopping in. I mean, you need a second mortgage just to look at some of the stuff. It's frightening. And, I just look and think, why would you do this? Now, apparently, they've decided after an annual general meeting of their shareholders or whatever, to no longer take product from Israel. Now, I don't know about you, but I never look at anywhere where anything's coming from. It's just the price. I don't think, oh, is that from there? Well, I won't buy that. But suddenly, now they're going to be banning this. And they put it all out on social media and, in the newspapers, virtual signaling stuff. Now, the reason why I highlight this is it's not a political thing for me at all. This could be very, very damaging for the brand. And they would rightly deserve this, right? But you see, what about the jobs of the people that suddenly when the profits go down and people stop going in because you don't have what they want or whatever, it's job losses. And it's always the poor people that suffer in the end. These flag-waving lunatics that, oh, we're going to do this, they're always the ones that managing to get other jobs. Anybody else agree? And of course, the CEO of the Co-op earns over 1 million a year. So it doesn't really affect these people, doesn't it? Having to be political and stancy and all that stuff. And I throw it out to you, and I know I often say this, chums, but really, when you go into a shop, there are a couple of things, well, maybe three things. It's the environment, is it clean? The pricing, that's vital. And in my case here, living in London, it'd be fabulous if you could actually find somebody on the shop floor, including the managers, that have a sort of basic grasp of English, If you say to them, where's the milk, they sort of point around as if it's some kind of guessing game. And you just think, nobody speak English in here? And they wonder why profits are down. As for the Co-op, right, I would say that this is another thing like Bud Light, Ben & Jerry's, and of course, Starbucks. But as ever, I'd love to know what you think to this particular story in the comments below. And as ever, be kind and respectful. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.